I want to cover the piece, in my opinion, that it looks terrific and it's a welcome thing, but it's super expensive and it's huge as heck. And this is the Sauron life-size bust by Infinity Studio in collaboration with Penguin Toys, which technically is their distributor, their own Infinity Studio. But here, this is only limited to 100 pieces, 99 pieces, super limited, $5,000 plus shipping. Imagine the shipping. The shipping is gonna be, because this thing is huge. This bus, you know, when I'm thinking about this Sauron, I'm thinking, they can decrease the guy. But when they go life size, you know, there's been some, like, what was that? Queen Studios did that big Thanos bus, which in my opinion was super huge. Well, in my opinion, this is even bigger than that. Yeah, that one was maybe wider because he has the extended hand, all that. But that was a huge bus, life-size bus. But this Sauron, it's bigger. It's a lot bigger. And I'm telling you, it does have all this. Here are the things that we say is that this is a perfect replica of this life size. Through the built-in magnet switch, the description of the ring rather than the overall ring can be illuminated. So it does have a light up feature on the ring, which is kind of cool. The 2 lines in the black speech from the rhyme of lore describing the rings were accurately written in the Elvish 10-word script, meaning 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. So it does have a lot of detail. It does have the artist involved here. The sculptor is Chen Suo. I think I pronounced it right. I maybe mispronounce it. And the design is ZJ Chen. Now, one thing you're gonna see, this is an oversized item. He's even giving the description and giving the warning. The shipping cost will be calculated on dimensional weight rather than product weight for this item due to its oversized dimensions. Now, when you look at this, they're doing this in fabric and fiberglass, polystone and LED. So I will tell you, it's going to have some elements of polystone, but a big part of it is going to be fiberglass, because it's the only way. Because if you do this polystone, man, this is going to be 200, 250 pounds, 200 pounds at least. So they have to accommodate. So fiberglass is going to be the vast majority. I think the base perhaps is going to be the hardest part, the polystone, but I'm imagining everything else to be made of fiberglass. It's going to be super heavy and super expensive. Probably you're only going to pay $5,000 just for this, and probably you're going to pay another $5,000 just for the shipping. That is just very likely. I'm just guessing here. I may be wrong, but yeah, this is a legendary piece. This is for a special collector. This is for the people that, not only that, you know, like people are asking, where am I supposed to have this? The truth of the matter is that nobody. This is, when you look at the dimensions, and we're gonna look at dimensions in a moment. You look in. This is 175 centimeters. 175 centimeters. So it's taller than some people. It's taller than some men. It's taller than my wife. It's taller than it's taller than people. And I would say it's 175 centimeters, but which is technically, when you calculate, you're looking at around roughly 5.5 feet 7.5 inches. So it is tall. It is a tall piece from this. So if you're in a normal ceiling of a house, if you put it on a stand, or you know, this is gonna be, you don't have space, you don't have the ceiling for it, so you're gonna have like a huge ceiling, huge space between, you know, you have to have a huge space, so you have to have like a really tall room. So that's the only way that it's, because you cannot, if you put it on the ground, it's a do a disservice to the bus. You know, it has to be at high level. But it is really, really huge. And $5,000, man. To be honest with you, this is the thing when I can say that sometimes I prefer for companies to kind of give you the idea. They couldn't just simply not make it life-size bus, maybe a half scale. A half scale would have been a much better choice, and still would be a half scale. It still would be bigger than most bus that they sell in this collection that Infinity Studio produces. It will be a half scale. It will be, if it's 5 cm close to 6, so you're talking about almost 3 feet. You know, we're still 3 feet is a pretty good size bus. So, but yeah, no, they decided to go all out, and to be honest, that's the reason why it's super limited at 99 pieces. Which I know, you know, like some people are gonna be crazy. Some people have top dollar. You know, people that had too much money to spend and no common sense, they're gonna spend the money on that. But to me, it's like, not only is the expenditure that you have there for the 5,000 plus the shipping, it's also where you're gonna put it. You're gonna have to have a shrine for it, and you know, you're gonna have to tour the walls, the ceiling, and have an extra room, you know, like something like that. You know, it's just not, it's not feasible for every collector. So when people ask, Who is the collector for this? Who is the one that's gonna get this? The one that has too much money, or the one that has a museum for a house? You know, you have the mausoleum, you have a big space, you have like a big oval place where you can have everything, and you know that would be the perfect place. And I'm sure some people do, even in this hobby, you know, people that I know. But you know, it's not the average collector. Now you see the light up feature on the ring. That is cool. It is a huge piece, and I love the base. I love the concept. I just find it extremely big. And yes, even if you can afford the $5,000, if I have the $5,000, I might as well put the $5,000 towards Bruce Lee or any of the other characters that they have produced than going for this. You know, it just, I find it as a lifestyle. Look at this, like this picture gives the idea. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. It's 175 centimeters, so my wife will be right here somewhere. Not even close. And then 128, the width, 74 the depth. And then you give it this reference from this person. That is huge, man. That is huge. Like it though. And I would love to see it in person. But it's not doable. Not doable for me, not doable for most people. You know, like, I just don't. Yeah. It is cool, and we can praise him for the, you know, the cool concept, but it's not doable.